But the Stanley's not for everything. You can organize miniatures in it, but they're relatively shallow. And so it's not perfect for organizing mass quantities of miniatures like you get with these games. So there is one final tool in the toolbox, and that is something like this. This one happens to be a Milwaukee, basically deep tool organizer. So again, your normal human male is going to use this to store his hammers and, I don't know, screwdrivers and bits and stuff in. I use this to store mass quantities of miniatures. Hundreds of miniatures, you know. So you're not going to get like micro level organization out of this, right? I'm not trying to get that out of this. What I'm trying to get, when I'm setting up Arcadia Quest, I want to be able to pull all of the minor minions, right? And I want to be able to pull all of the minor villains and find the miniatures that I'm looking for, and then get this crap back off the table. So you can see, in this one box, I have every single bad guy that I own for Arcadia Quest, which is a lot of bad guys. And all I do is I just put the card deck with them, basically. Now, you know, this is one of those things where it just depends on what other organization you've done. Sometimes I would put these decks like in one of those Stanley 25s because they will fit in there. It's not a question of size. It's just a question of like how many Stanley 25s do I want to use to organize one game. And if I know that I have to organize the miniatures anyways and the card decks will fit in with them, then that's what I'll do. So you can see I've got all the bad guys, including the biggest baddie in the game, basically. Fits like a glove right into that thing. Here's all my other bad guys. Here's all their cards. And then even the dragons, which are not gigantic dragons by dragon standard or board game standards, but they're pretty damn big. They have these wings that are detachable that, you know, normally you'd have to have a whole separate box for this. If you get yourself a Milwaukee Deep Pro organizer or DeWalt makes a version of this that I use quite a bit too. This one is particularly big. It's bigger than even the other ones that I just mentioned. But if you get yourself one of these, you can get every single miniature that you have for a game like that into that one box. And you've seen me do this maybe on like my Zombicide videos. When you go to clean this up, you know what you do? Let me show you what you don't do. Here's your standard board game miniature storage solution. And here's what you'd normally be doing. Even if they put the picture in, which they don't always do. You're going like, huh? Is he? Yeah. Well, is he supposed to be turned like that? I don't. If you're still doing this, man, you are insane. Just buy this. Boom. Boom. Sorry for the violence on the camera, but I'm telling you, see you later. This is garbage. The only reason I keep this is in case I ever want to sell this garbage. Garbage. Useless for actually organizing miniatures in a way that makes a game playable in a time frame that a normal human would want to play it. And it's the combination of all these things that make for the ultimate organization and the system that, again, if you don't care about shelf space, if you're not trying to, if the aesthetic of a Milwaukee bin on your shelf doesn't offend you, then there is no better storage solution than the combination of all these things. Prove me wrong. Somebody else organized the entirety of Arcadia Quest into 2 of these and a couple more things with everything perfectly placed so you can get it instantly, so you're not digging around. If you carried around the boxes for all this crap, each dragon is its own expansion, its own cardboard box. That's 4 boxes right there because there are 4 dragons. You're talking Arcadia Quest, Beyond the Grave. You're talking Arcadia Quest Inferno. the stretch goals for Arcadia Quest Inferno, Arcadia Quest Pets, the stretch goal stuff for Arcadia Quest Pets, which I can't remember if it came in its own box or not. You're talking about 10 to 12 cardboard boxes to carry the same miniatures that are in this one tub.